All right, guys, welcome to the live stream, guys. Today we're going to be doing a flight in Microsoft Flight Sim Virtual Reality. I got a camera set up here showing you guys or at least part of my sim pit. My name is Jose. I am an air traffic controller at Tampa Airport. I've been there for just a few months. I came up from Miami Tower TRACON. I was there for 15 years. So I'm a huge aviation nerd. I really enjoy the other side of the microphone. That's why I like to fly in virtual reality. So hopefully you guys will join me in chat. Today we're going to discuss Beyond ATC. It's a new air traffic control program coming out for Microsoft Flight Sim. Just in whatever way, if you guys have questions about it, check out the website. I'm super excited for it. We need a better ATC system in Microsoft Flight Sim. That's why I want to talk about it, because I'm super excited. As an air traffic controller myself, I want to see a proper ATC system in the game. So we're going to get the aircraft ready here for departure as we kind of chat. I'm going to double check that my chat window is up. If somebody can hear me, and even if you're passing by and you're not going to stick around, do me a favor, let me know how the audio is. Is the audio good? Is it bad? If it's stuttering, let me know. I'm still kind of figuring out how to get this nice and smooth. But let me double check real fast. The chat, let me see, where is it at? Alright, I think I'm almost there. Alright, so I see the chat, and let me just open it. Gotta mute it. Audio good? Is it bad? Alright, so I think the stream looks good. I think it sounds good. Do me a favor, if you're watching this, just say good audio, good video, bad audio, bad video, whatever it is, let me know as we kind of just jump in this. Now, I'll be honest, part of the reason of my jumping online is to simply record online, right? I get to use a little bit less space on my computer, and that definitely helps me out. Now, all right, we have the chat window over here, which is great. Hey, appreciate it, Corporate Pilot Dad. By the way, guys, if you don't know, Corporate Pilot Dad there in the comments, he's a real pilot. I'm a real traffic controller, but if you want to know more about the other side, right, of the microphone with air traffic, or I'm sorry, the aircraft themselves, definitely check out his content. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, Tim. We're gonna set this up here. Let's see if we can kind of do it somewhat okay. I actually already took the time and set up the FMS, so we should be partially set up here. I still got to do a few things on there, but yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. And actually, let me drop the Discord link in the chat real fast.
225, turn right at November, then left onto runway 13 right to follow.
All right. Hey, Overkill, how's it going? So, yeah, so this video, it's going to be me flying here as we discuss Beyond ATC. I'm so excited. Huge nerd. Shout out to Overkill. We got Mike, Scott, Tim over there. Let me see. You said Discord. Let me... Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta pause something.
Ground Sky was 3651 Newgate, Charlie 51. That's taking momentarily. We can start our way over now.
Taylor 3651, Roger, follow the second JetBlue.
Okay, follow the second JetBlue for SkyWest 3651.
All right, I think I got my connection.
Ground JetBlue 1205, verify the company we're following is right off our desk.
JetBlue 1205, affirmative.
Oh, yeah, so let me be clear, guys. I do not have the software, so I'm not showing off any software. I'm just you know, I want to make more people aware of Beyond ATC. I want to kind of point you guys in that direction. Check out the website. Check out the Discord. I am not affiliated with them. In fact, I found them through Overkill's video, and I'm just super excited about it, right? So as I fly, we're going to hear my wonderful voice. I apologize. And in the background, you're going to hear FS chatter. That's my solution right now to have ATC, because we all know Microsoft Flight Sim ATC is terrible. So yeah, this video is just a chat, build a little bit of hype. We're super excited, and Cass, 1000%, we're going to use SimBrief. That's right. SimBrief, not SimBrief, but the infinite SimBrief. So absolutely. All right. So I think we're good to go. We're squared away. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you reaching out with a concern. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And, all right. So,
72 on a 3 Lima Q Echo, taxi right on Alpha, all short of Juliet.
Right on Alpha, short of Juliet for left to
all right. Here we go. No, I appreciate you looking out in the DMs there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, so here we are. We're going to set this up. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit slow to chat or slow to respond here on the side. Give me a few minutes. Again, I think there's a couple more people in the chat. My name's Jose. I'm an air traffic controller. And yeah, I'm a huge aviation nerd. I'm not a pilot. That's why we have the corporate pot dad there to judo chop me when I do things wrong in here. So let me try to do this fast. We have just about a few minutes to work my way around this menu, which I'm all over the place. Let's go up here. Just kidding. Menu, FS actions. All right, so we're gonna check out our fuel. So we have 25,000 pounds, 143 gross weight. Center of gravity 22.3. So 25, 143, 22.3. I forgot what that said over there. Yeah, go with 143. Now, guys, this is the Zebo, not the Zebo. Listen to me, X-Plane 11. Hello, this is the PMDG 737, guys. This thing is amazing. Again, I still have a lot to learn here with my FMS systems. I can roughly configure it in a way that I've understood a few times for what I'm typically going to do on my trips. I don't even think we're going to get to 18,000 feet, I'll be honest. At cruise, we're going to have a tailwind. I checked it out. So let's just throw this on there. And unable 250 knots at T-bow. Yeah, this is a really short flight. I don't even think I'm going to get to 18,000 feet, I'll be honest. And let me see. We're going to try to do, which I love doing these reduced thrust takeoffs, guys. If you haven't seen them, good lord, they give me the heebie-jeebies every time. Now, let me know, how many of you guys who are in the chat, if you fly with Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane or P3D, I'm curious, what are you guys currently using for air traffic, right? What is your current solution? My solution has been to use FS Chatter, and it's been pretty good so far in the sense that it fills that immersion, right? So right now I should technically be on clearance delivery, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Double check what we got ATC doing. I've also set up this camera here, which allows you to see what I'm going to be doing. Right out of the screen over here, I'll show you now if you're looking, there's a trackball mouse, right? So it doesn't move, it sits in the same place, and the way that I work my cockpit here in virtual reality is through muscle memory. I feel like I could probably make a video on that alone. That's how I use all this, while, if you can see my head, I have the headset on. So I cannot see anything, but due to muscle memory, I'm able to use everything here just fine. So I'm going to tune into the ATIS real fast. I got my screen doing something weird.
And Spirit 10, Charlie Heavy, is in the UPS coming from your
All right, there we go. I had to go full screen. I accidentally grabbed another window. It said pilot to ATC there.
We really wanted to push into whiskey, AFM.
You know what? I haven't dabbled in pod to ATC, and I did see, I think Overkill had a video on pod to ATC. What I really do want to check out is actually NeoFly on a side note here. I'm kind of curious. Alright, so 22.3. And then, so trim says it has to be set to 6.23. So we'll go ahead and set the trim now. I'm sure there's a better way to see if we're on 6.23. Alright, so... Alright, and then we're going to do V1. Actually, let's go to the route. And I think we're going to take 19 left. Alright, so take off. Let's get some numbers. Wait. Clear, clear, clear. Execute. Alright, so the route should be good. Yeah, route looks good. Unable 250 at T-boat, that is fine. Thank you for that. Alright, let's do takeoff data. Let's clear this. And I'm sorry for this blue icon. It just helps me in certain situations to see where the mouse is in VR. Not that I have trouble seeing it, but I want it to say VOR ADF. I want it to let me know what I have it on so I learn the aircraft. Like, for example, this is the light test BRT brightness dim button. I don't know, I just kind of want to know the name of the things. The lower DU, main panel DUS, so that's why I have it doing that. I don't need it, but I like it. Alright, here we go. We're going to start setting up this aircraft for takeoff. We're going to do, what do we say, flaps 5? And I'll try to put some timestamps later. So here we go, guys. We're going to be flying here from Jacksonville. I'll show you guys the route in a I'm sorry, from Tampa over to Jacksonville with some live weather along the way. So that should be kind of interesting. And maybe here I can pull it up. Yeah, we're departing to the north. What is that? Is this new? Guys, do we have updated maps? I haven't seen this. This is new to me. Look at this. Very interesting. Looks like it's glitching a little bit, but I did not know the maps did that. This will help a little bit because... Alright, so let's double check the ATIS. Winds 316 at 5, visibility 10. Guys, we're gonna get ready to start up the aircraft. Now, let me see if I have a checklist on here so I can do the startup correctly. I'm gonna try to move a little slow. Hopefully I don't get you guys all jacked up or sick as we move around. Oh man, this plane is not configured. And that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Altimeter's 3003. Alright, so we're gonna do the checklist because why not? And... let's just hit B because I cannot set it. Alright, so flight deck closed and lock. Oh, let me check the outside of the aircraft. No. Alright, so we have that happening there behind us. We also have the classic 737 Southwest livery. I absolutely love this aircraft livery. Now I'm afraid if I configure the aircraft over here, we're going to lose everything that we've done. So to avoid that, we're going to let's go ahead and do everything manually. Alright, so we're going to start the APU. And Let's set this to 18,000 feet. Alright, so APU is starting. Yeah, guys, so Beyond ATC, check it out. I've linked it there above. It's going to be a solution that's going to just really help in bringing that immersion for single-player offline ATC. And I'm super excited. You know, jump into Discord. They have part of the website which you can see and you can give input, share. Like, let's say, you know, you currently fly with ATC and you're like, man, it kind of does this weird, you know, thing, or I kind of wish it would, you know, extend my downwind when I requested it, or I wish I could, you know, change to visual approach on a 3-mile final. Whatever it is, you know, you can make the request, because the team is working on trying to make this a very user-friendly product is number one, their goal, right? They want this to be, they want it to be easy to use, but, you know, they want to have that level of immersion that we're looking for, right? And on the website, you can actually throw in your input and say, hey, I wanted to, you know, can you guys look at this or consider this? And if it gets voted high enough, they will absolutely add it. Or as long as, I assume, right, as long as they can, you know, configure and do it. But yeah, they're definitely allowing the community to vote, to add things, and I think that is absolutely amazing. Here we go. Fuel panel set. Hydraulic pumps on. Exterior doors closed. Let's do that real fast. Guys, I'm going to run through this checklist. No, I'm trying to do it the other way. Alright, cool. So we are on APU power. We're going to release the ground power at this point. Alright, so they should be closing up these doors here in just a moment. Let's see. Alright, ground power's gone. Alright, so we're going to set our brakes, and then we're going to remove the chocks. Alright, perfect. Chocks removed. That does mean that stairs are going to go away. And I'll show you that here in a moment. Doors are closing. These carts are going to back up, and we're going to be ready to go. Here we have AirAsia. So guys, this is what's so cool about being in VR. This is way cool. Now I'm standing on the ramp next to this plane. It's funny, believe it or not, there is an AirAsia Airbus. You see that airborne hangar over there? Right now at this airport, there is a real-life AirAsia Airbus. That airborne hangar, north of the United one, does conversions for, I believe, Frontier. So there's a bunch of Frontier planes coming out of there, and there's an AirAsia Airbus getting ready to be converted, which is so cool. Oh, look at this. Who do we have here? We have American. Let's check this out. American 2484 landing here at Tampa International Airport. Very cool. By the way, guys, we're not using FSLTL. We're currently running, what is it? AIG. It's a lot of work to install, pain in the butt. I forgot whose tutorial I watched. It might have, I don't know if Overkill did one, but I believe that's the one I did. Alright, so here we go. Let us pre-plan the push. And again, guys, yeah, let me know. Let me know, have you guys heard of Beyond ATC or not yet? Look at how cool this is. This is just amazing. Alright, so we're going to put this right here. And then I think I get to hit enter. There we go, that's done. Alright, so we're going to request a pushback. Alright, Tug's going to connect here in just a moment. Yeah, so right now...
I just followed
I'm hearing some weird sounds here. Sounds like there's a prop around me somewhere. Okay, so let us... what do we have going on? Alright, let's get started as we get ready to push back for the... Before start, close, fuel. Trim is set. Before start checklist, flight deck's door closed, fuel is on. Yes, passenger auto signs are, let's go, on. Perfect. Windows are locked. MCP set. Takeoffs, check V1, VR, V2. Verify takeoff speeds is what it's telling me. Takeoff. Okay, yep, speeds are set. CDU pre-flight complete. Rudder and aileron free and clear. Perfect. Taxi, anti-collision light. Turning it on. Here we go, and we're gonna go ahead and release the park and brake. Alright, so I'm going to start that pushback here in just a second. Alright. I'm getting some weird stuttering here on the pushback. Never seen that before. Engine start. Air conditioning. Pack switches are set to off. Air conditioning. Pack switch is set to off. Hey, what's going on with my pushback? Whoa, there's a FedEx. That's a real FedEx flight, just came in from Memphis. Real American flight over there. Alright, Alright, so we're going to do this manually instead. Interesting. Wow, it's just doing some really weird stuff here. Sorry about that, guys. My gosh, you know, it's so funny. Whenever you try to do a stream, obviously keeping it simple is the best thing, but I've never had this issue in all of my time of using this program. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Alright, so we're pushing back. I'm going to try to finish this push back before I do anything else, because I don't want it to glitch out on me. Alright, who we got here departing? Let's check out this live plane. Number 850 Echo November. Got so many dang windows in my way. Alright, so stop, push back, park and brake on, let me go, don't stutter again. Look at that, I was like up in the sky. Alright, so engine start, let's go to ground. Alright, we're set up over here.
Delta 2690 to Kilo Echo and 123.9. And Delta 432, you're going to follow the The second JetBlue is coming from your left.
Starting up engine number 1.
3.9.
Follow the second JetBlue, tower 23.9, going 432.
At 25% into. Whoa, we got Spirit over here now. Very cool.
JetBlue 108 at Whiskey Alpha, give way to the operation FedEx. Then continue to cross, then continue Bravo, Whiskey Charlie to cross 13 left.
Alright, Bravo, Whiskey, Charlie, cross 13 left, we'll give way to FedEx. JetBlue 108.
Once you're on Charlie, you can sequence with, I'm sorry, once you're on Charlie and at Echo, it'll be a Delta 737. You'll be followed by Delta 737 at Echo and 1239.
Alright, follow the Delta 737.
Yeah, I feel like let's see.
American 106 Heavy File Cafe ahead, cross 13 left at Whiskey and 1239 today.
Follow Cafe, cross 1239.
No, we're not even. Okay, there we go.
And Cathay 65 Heavy at Whiskey, you're going to follow the JetBlue E190. You'll see him in a moment. Follow E190.
Look, it just changed again. We got AirAsia.
239.
So, hey guys, I'm super excited. Super excited for Beyond ATC to come out. Now, right now, Tampa, that's where I work up there in the tower. Tampa, we do the, obviously, air traffic here for the airport, but also Tampa Approach. It's a TRACON, Terminal Radar Approach Control. We handle the arrivals and departures for the aircraft all around here, all the way out to Winter Haven. So Winter Haven, Lakeland, Bartow, X-Ray 39, so Tampa, North Arrow, VDF, Tampa Exec, Clearwater. It is... Alright, there we go. We're set up. And we're going to go ahead and start engine number 2. And we're going to start our taxi out. Here we go. Tampa ground, this is Southwest 211 requesting taxi runway 19 left. And we are our own ATC. Tampa 211, taxi runway 19 left via whatever it is. Charlie down to, I believe, Yankee on the other side, and then Whiskey. Let's see if I get that right.
Go down to Whiskey, join Alpha Terrain. Whiskey Alpha Park, good night, last 326.
Alright. I done dropped the power. Hold on.
2503, one assigned to Point frequency 125.7. Give way to the RJ, join Echo at Echo Alpha and cross runway 30 right.
Give way to RJ, Echo Alpha, cross 31 right,
And let's check out the engine from the outside spooling up. That was a good pushback. So for those of you guys wondering, we're currently flying here in Microsoft Flight Sim Virtual Reality using an HP Reverb G2. We're paired up with an RTX 4090 and a 12900K CPU. So pretty powerful system. It does a great job here. And uh-oh.
So we copied all that. It's going to be the A321 JetBlue. I see him, and we'll follow him. 23.9 and 25.7.
Okay, so I think we've done it now. Alright, let's go.
Rails.
Runway 22 right, hold for the taxiway out.
Alright guys, here we go. Let us start this taxi. It's been a little bit to get us going here.
And 711, you can continue Alpha to Kilo Echo, one assigned to Port frequency is 125.7.
Hey! Hey Nathan, yeah, so I'm still... yeah, that ground controller. Yeah, they're up there in the tower. They're cursing me out since I took forever. I'm still not talking on the frequencies yet. Actually, I do talk on a few frequencies, but just giving clearances. So right now, I'm not training in the tower yet or in the radar room. I go to radar class, which is classroom, to learn the airspace, the approaches, and everything else here in just a few weeks. So there's the tower. That's where I work. Yeah, so believe it or not, this here is considered a taxi lane. What I am on is not a taxiway, it is a taxi lane. So technically, pilots do not need to call for pushback. They do out of habit and out of keeping ATC in the loop and in the flow, but legally, pilots can push back all they want over there. And at times I've seen it create some chaos for the controllers, especially when they're busy. So a pilot could technically just push back. That's a taxi lane. This is a taxiway. We control this, and we, kind of give advisories, push at your discretion, advise ready. That's what we say for that over there. But yeah, most pilots do call for pushback, at least to give us a heads up. But yeah, Nathan, right now I'm working. Occasionally I'll give clearances to flights out of Venice. I'll take over the frequency for approach, and I'll give them a clearance. Venice is an uncontrolled airfield, so they have to call us to get their IFR departure clearance before they get airborne. And then once the pilot has his clearance, for example, let's say he's going to go to Ocala, I'll clear him, November, whatever, to the X-ray. You're cleared to Ocala via radar vectors or as filed, depending how he filed right. Upon entering controlled airspace, climb and maintain 2000, heading 090, departure frequency, hold for release. Oh no. So I forgot, guys, there's a glitch in the matrix. And is this a slope? Okay, this is a slope. Yeah, so this is gonna look really weird in like 5 seconds. We're about to like lean down, so it's like a roller coaster here. Look at this. Oh, is it doing it? Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is looking really good. So this weather is real. If you guys take a moment, look up on FlightAware, Flight Radar, or whatever, Wonderground, you'll see this weather's there.
One heavy check clearance 13505 for your route. Yes, we need to pick up your
Oh my good lord. That was terrible. Sorry about that.
log on or call fans, whatever you can do.
Alright, we're back on track. Alright, let me read the chat real fast. Nathan, yes it is. What I have to figure out is how to get this chat a little bit bigger. I don't really care to see myself, but I do want to see the chat easy to read in large font. Let's go ahead and speed up this taxi. There's no reason for us to take our time. Let's get out there. We're taxiing out to runway 19 left. So last time I came through here, there was a big old drop and a bump. Looks like it's been fixed, sort of. I'm bumping around a bit. Nope. Here it is. Oh no, they did fix it. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll take this slope, this slopey bump over a drop off. It was like a 1.5 foot drop before. Oh, look at this. We got an F-14 here. Who is this? Do I know them? Blue Blaze 100. No, I don't know who that is. He's in a Tomcat.
Charlie, Echo Cross, 13 left, departure 257, Delta 27.
Oh, this lighting looks so good. By the way, guys, believe it or not, I'm running on like high settings. Some things are on medium, but I'm not running all across ultra. And I mean, you let me know. I think this looks really, really good. Hopefully, this is running really, really good as far as the live stream, right? Do a little bit of exterior taxiing here. Now this right here, it says runway 10 approach. So we cannot have airplanes here while we're departing runway 1028. I don't know if it was the county or if that's FAA, but while we depart this runway, and I assume land, right? I mean, unless they have a displaced threshold or whatever, we cannot be in this section of this taxiway. Which typically is not a big deal. They do use that throughout the day, runway 1028. A lot of GA departures will get it. So it's kind of neat. We're departing north and south or landing either way, right? And then you'll see like a GA guy just depart and just climb out of here heading south. So that's always really cool to see. Alright, looks like we're going to be number 1 here for departure. I think we're pretty much ready to go. We have the auto brake set. We're going to make sure that our rest of our panel is configured because I haven't done all that. Alright, initially we're going to go to 6,000. We've set a height of 18,000, although I don't think we're going to hit that. By the way, guys, I will drop it again here in just a moment. Let me hold short of the runway. But I'm going to drop the Discord if you want to get in and chat live. Feel free. Or just join Discord. We'll chat later on. But let me just pull up. Yeah, this is good enough right here. Alright. I'll drop the links again. And we will also... Alright, so I've dropped a couple links. We got Beyond ATC. That's what I'm talking about here in this video. It's just super excited to get that. And I just kind of want to build some hype, build some awareness. I think more people need to know about it. We're not running Beyond ATC, but we're just talking about it. Also is the Facebook page that I have for Microsoft Flight Sim VR and my Discord link. And I am in the chat live, or in the group chat. So let me see. Hey, Freddie, I appreciate that. Let me check that out. Because I think I just pasted it wrong. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that information. I will... Whenever I get access to that, it might have to be after the video. Because I don't know if it's letting me do that right now. Yeah. I will definitely update that after the video. Alright, so it looks like we got FedEx 762 inbound. We'll make sure the aircraft is ready so we can depart after they arrive. And... yeah, guys, I absolutely love flying in virtual reality. Man, that guy's 2,000 foot final on final. Let us make sure our transponder's on. So again, guys, the best way to be able to control their system when you're in virtual reality is to have everything set up in the same place at the same, the same setup. As much as you can. Let's say your desk is dual purpose, you use it for work or school or whatever, and flight simming. Just try to put maybe some pieces of tape. That way you know, alright, when I fly, my yoke and my throttle are here. It's on the same place. Put your chair in the same place. You need your chair and your throttle and yoke to be consistently the same place. That way when you fly in VR, it's just natural, you know. It's just your hand knows where to go, you know. Immediately I can pull whatever it is, and even if you kind of get lost at first, you just kind of feel around, and you know, you'll be at home in no time. You know, it's one of those things when you see somebody playing the guitar, they close their eyes, they're upside down, the guitar is behind their head. How are they doing that? It's muscle memory. You don't need to see where your fingers are on the neck of the guitar and the frets. You know, you're just hitting the chords, you're strumming it, you know, it's muscle memory. So same thing, same way it works here, guys. Alright, so notice we're going to be at 83.9% on the thrust, so a reduced thrust takeoff. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Okay, left turn Alpha with you. Yes, Alpha, I'm sorry, Bravo 3.
Malibu 40 Hotel Papa Flyer, runway heading, runway 18, clear for takeoff. Runway heading, 18, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, there we go. Let me, Beyond ATC.net. Yeah, there we go, guys. Beyond ATC.net. I might have put in the wrong info here. Okay, here we go. We got FedEx 762, short final, runway 19 left. We're going to line up right behind them. Parking brakes released. Let us get ready to go. And Tampa calls us. Southwest 211, Tampa Tower, runway 19 left. Wind 2305. Line up and wait. Line up and wait, runway 19 left. Tampa. I'm sorry, Southwest 211. Here we go. So this is my home airport. This is where I will start vectoring aircraft to and from here in the next few months. I've been controlling down at Miami Tower Tracon for 15 years, which was absolutely amazing. But now I get to call Tampa home. I believe Jeff Fabiano lives up here. He's a big aviation nerd. Gotta send him a message. So yeah, guys, Beyond ATC, check out the Discord, man. They are doing amazing work bringing us some awesome ATC solutions. So the plane has disappeared. That means he's probably behind me on final. Sometimes when they disappear, they pop up on the other side. Alright, here we go. Taking out the PMDG 737-700 classic livery. We are configured, flaps set. Let's take a look at everything. Alright. Here we go, guys. We are ready to roll. The wind. I want to say wind check so bad. Delta 1614, runway 1 right. Clear for takeoff. What? Alright. Did I say 19 left? I don't know what I said. We're departing runway 1 left. I might have misspoke earlier. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Nobody caught that. I caught that. We're departing runway 1 left. Takeoff numbers. Boom. Dang, nobody caught that. Y'all about to let me depart the wrong runway with the wrong data. And one, so we're going to derate. Let's do 51. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. We've derated the flight. We're all set to go. Wow. Alright, now we are legit configured. I think everything is good. And perfect. Alright, departing runway 1 left. Finally with the right runway data in place. Alright, so check this out. Reduce thrust takeoff, so we're going to hit 83.7. Although I think we would have been fine. I don't think it would have caused an issue, but I don't know. I want to try to get in the habit of doing the things right in here. Alright, we'll call it 84. 80 knots, airspeed's alive. Everything is looking good. We are trimmed out. Wind 040 at 7. Again, reduced thrust, so we're rolling long. We are extending the life of this engine. Alright. Positive rate. Gear up. So as you can see, through muscle memory, I'm able to engage the autopilot. Let's see, make sure it goes. And then we're gonna go to over here, 850 feet. Alright, perfect. So we're now configured. We'll set RTO, rejection takeoff brakes back to off. And then we are out of 1,000 feet, flaps up. Nathan says, oh, that was the other message. Alright, cool. Alright, we're climbing, we're doing well. Alright, now I'm gonna see if I can get weather up on the system here. Weather would be kind of good. Alright, so it's treating us as we don't have an IFR flight. So that's part of the issue with using the in-game ATC. It's just so squirrely, right? That's why we need a proper solution. Beyond ATC is really going to be able to just bring something better, a proper solution. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of curious as to why Microsoft has not invested more in the ATC. In fact, this has kind of come up in the Discord server, but I have to think that in part the reason is there's very little financial gain for them to do that, right? At this point, the game has a very basic ATC. It moves planes around. It's quite, I say basic, maybe there's more to it. Maybe like a dev would kind of be upset, be like, hey, you don't know what goes into this. No, the truth is, I don't. So I don't know what goes into it. So, I don't know if it is all that crazy complex. We see the instructions over here. It's a system built in. I wouldn't say it's really robust or really in-depth, but it's there. So we're going to request direct TILUS. My screen is going blank. I don't know if I'm crashing. Hopefully I'm not. We're about to find out here in a moment. I did not crash. Epic win. Alright, so we're going to go direct to the next fix here. Save a little bit of time. Alright, there we go. We're within 1,000 feet. Let's keep... What do we say? Let's keep the altitude going. 10,000. All right.
314, 5 miles per Martin, maintain 3,000, still established on the sun approach towards 3rd RNF, 27 right approach, maintain 170 knots to a 5 mile final. 170 till 5 mile final, 3,000 still established, 3rd RNF.
So yeah, guys, one of the things that that makes Beyond ATC different is the fact that they're going to be using AI voices. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check that out, but I'm going to leave Beyond ATC linked, and you guys can check it out. The work that they're doing is absolutely amazing. It is just impressive to see how good the AI is. And when I say how good it is, the voice, the quality, right? It is just really stinking cool. And then one of the cool things is that they're doing right now is that they're going to have different, how should I say this? I guess like different product packages. There's going to be no subscription, which is great. A lot of people aren't fans of subscription, and I think that's awesome. But there will be, you're going to have to pay for the service, obviously, but they're going to have a standard and maybe a premium edition, and we'll see what else they have. I don't know the pricing. I don't know all of it. But with the premium edition, you're going to get better, high-quality voices that are realistic, and it's really cool because I was able to volunteer my voice, and they've showed it off in one of the demos. And also, I think what helps is, and I have to see with it, but like the cadence of an air traffic controller talking when they're busy, right? So I was able to give them a clip, and what the AI was able to put out sounds absolutely amazing, guys. It's really impressive. So check this out real fast here, right? So I got this knob over here that I'm selecting my indicated airspeed, and then on the right knob, as you can see, I'm adjusting my speed on the autopilot panel. So now I'm going to take the knob, turn it all the way to the second to last, which is going to be my altitude, and let me see. Here we go, one more. It's locking up. Don't lock up. Here we go. Last one is my altitude. We're going to bump this up to 18,000 feet. And then we're going to act like ATC has cleared us. There we go. Now I switch it over one more. Vertical speed. We're going to climb. Now I don't have like a push button on this, which is a little bit unfortunate. I hope maybe with the second one they do that. Alright, so here's my top of climb. I'm barely going to be up there. Really not that long at 18,000 feet. So in real life, I don't know that I would. Actually, yeah, in real life, I think we would just keep the aircraft at 10,000. I don't know if the center would allow them to climb all the way up. I guess technically they can request it. But yeah, guys, having that AI voice is absolutely impressive. It sounds, first of all, I mean, not even just because it sounds like me, it sounds scarily real and just so cool to not have a voice that sounds like the ATIS, right? When you pick up an ATIS right now, digital ATIS at an airport, it sounds like something from like the 90s. And in fact, they're able to recreate that really well in the sim, which is super cool. So when they were playing the demo, you'll see, or the preview video in the beta, you can hear the ATC, and it sounds, it literally sounds like super realistic, but the ATIS sounds like what I hear every single day with the digital ATIS, which is absolutely impressive. On top of that, another thing they're going to have, which is pretty awesome, is the FAA and ICAO phraseology. So right now, by the way, if you are an air traffic controller, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys are nerds like me, but I love everything about aviation, right? Virtual reality, flight simulation, air shows, you know, anything aviation related, you know, I absolutely enjoy it. But they are looking for help, you know, in the sense of like other controllers who both are familiar with Oceanic, ICAO, obviously Tower, Center, and Route, right? Not even both, but just the whole system. And there's a group of us in the Discord, and we're just kind of giving them feedback, and it's just really neat to be a part of the whole process and to kind of see it evolve. There's obviously a lot of real-world pilots that are in there, and a lot of sim pilots, right? So they're giving their input as far as, you know, things that they like, that they're used to, things that work for them in in the sim, but obviously we're given, you know, help and advice as far as phraseology and procedures, which is really important. You know, the devs have stated, you know, they're not pilots, they're not controllers. What they are aviation enthusiasts who are creating a solution for a problem. And to be honest, it's a very complex problem, and I have to say these people are very skilled in what they're doing. You know, they're not I've worked with the FAA in trying to create a training iPad software, and let me tell you, it was not an easy task. It was really complex when you're trying to create a program that handles air traffic control in the realm of AI and users interacting with it. I think it might kind of go over people's head how complex that is. So air traffic in itself is, you know, there's a lot of rules and regulations we have to follow, right? So let's just say, hold on, my screen, there we go, it just came back. I did not crash. Air traffic control, you have the rules and regulations that everyone's following, right? Then on top of that, you're going to have, where is, on top of the complex aviation rules, right, you're going to have a way to try to implement that into the sim. And something that people ask, you know, they were asking, which I thought was interesting, hey, can we have multiplayer capabilities? You know, it's neat. Like, I think that would be amazing, but I just also think of how, I don't know, like, I guess my mind constantly goes back to the devs and the work that they have to do, because it is fairly complex trying to get a program to manage aircraft in one sim, much less a multiplayer environment in which everybody's having the same experience and, you know, kind of enjoying the same fun. I mean, Microsoft has done that to a certain extent, right? But it's you know, almost like entry-level, watered down. It's not very in-depth. You know, I've had a couple good experiences with Microsoft ATC, but most of them have been just, I don't even know if I should say most, but a lot of them have just been absolutely wild. I'm talking about, you know, climb 2,000, descent to 2,000, climb to 3,000, descent to 2,000, climb to 3,000, descent to 2,000. Do you have the airport in sight? I mean, just like some really weird, wonky things that, like, it's not real. The train was flat. It was landing in the Bahamas, and the weather was not good for a visual approach, but it was trying to give me the visual approach, and I couldn't get out of it. And then going missed. It's just so complicated, right? So, you know, you have to, when you're writing this program, you know, I can only imagine the devs have to kind of really, you know, people ask all sorts of questions. Can it handle emergencies? So somebody wants to be flying right here at 18,000 feet. They want to be over Florida as we are right now. They want to be over New York, Dubai, Mexico. They want to be flying their route, and they want to be able to say, hey, I'm having an in-flight emergency, and they want to go ahead and you know, declare it, and they want the sim to handle it accordingly. Now, I think the challenge that you have is, in a flat open world space, it might be simpler, but let's say you're over Alaska, you know, or you're somewhere where the terrain, Nepal, like, you know, trying to fly into Paro, Bhutan, you know, where the terrain doesn't mesh accordingly. You know, you're gonna have to somehow have this program write, you know, not even the program, the devs have to write the code to create the solution for this. It's not like this Mickey Mouse, I just wave my wand and it comes up. So I'm super you know, excited for the work that these guys are doing. I think they're doing amazing work. And one little thing over here, this is really why I like flying a Microsoft Flight Sim. I believe that's Ocala. We'll double check real fast. Let's pull up. We are. Is that Ocala? Oh, Ocala's to the right. Is that? All right. So we got X-ray 50. Ocala is to the right, but look at that, there's an airport right there. And this is horse country, guys. By the way, if you don't know, look at all the sorry to do this to you, but look at all the tracks here. This is for horses. This is literally horse country. It's not for racing cars, guys. That is horse country right here. Look at that. More of the oval tracks. Ocala, somewhere back there. We're probably flying over John Travolta's house as well. We're kind of getting centered here. Alright, we got traffic 1 o'clock, about 10 miles, 1,600 feet. So they are likely VFR right here. Let's see. I know it's Frontier 2377, 1 o'clock. We see him. This was the guy that was at the field next to us. Does not appear here. Blue Blaze, he was in that black F-14. So let me see if I can. We're going to start a descent now. Now, one of the things we typically do as we fly in, I'm going to adjust the light. We're currently flying with live time. Alright, so you might be able to hear engines are just pulling back just a little bit. As we start our descent now for the Tebow arrival into Jacksonville. Up ahead we do have some I just see weather. If anyone knows how to get weather,
Frontier flight 143, 360. Frontier flight 143, Roger.
Huh, unless there's no weather. Alright, let's start zooming in here.
November 330, Whiskey, climb maintain, flight level 280. Go ahead, Tito 327 Whiskey.
Alright, I think we're looking pretty good. Now, I'm going to do one thing. We're going to do the ILS 8. We're going to double check the frequency. Oh no, what did I say? RNAV? You know what? I guess I selected RNAV. Alright, so here we are on the arrival. Let's go ahead and pull up the ILS. Alright, so the ILS is on heading 077 and 110.7. All right, so we're approaching 12,000 feet. Was that the goal? So it looks like we want to be 9,000 at Tebow. Let me just adjust this over here. Oh, that's good. There we go. Nice. Got a good little descent rate going. The sun is setting now. What time is it? In game. We're going to go ahead and pull up the weather up ahead through this button right here. See if we can Jacksonville. There we go. That way we know. So the weather says 110 at 4 few 2800. Weather's pretty good. We're getting pretty close. Oh yeah, look at this. Alright, so we'll fly with some epic sunset weather here. So yeah, guys, the ultra realistic AI voices are going to be absolutely amazing. Having the FAA and ICAO procedures. And so, as you see on the website, guys, they're going to support FSL-TL and FS traffic. Now, that is a pretty big deal because a lot of us do like to fly and have that immersion of extra traffic with us, right? Like, I think it's a pretty big deal for most of us. And the fact that they're going to support that is absolutely amazing. Here we go. Let's start zooming in. We're getting close to the field. And let's slow down this bird. We're going to be below 10,000 feet here. So we're going to bring it back to 250 knots. Guys, and again, this is Microsoft Flight Sim, flying in virtual reality, PMDG 737. Just chatting about Beyond ATC. It's a new program coming out for Microsoft Flight Sim that's going to handle our air traffic control, which is absolutely amazing. We're not using it here, but in the background I have FS Chatter, which I enjoy. It does a pretty good job of just giving me that bit of extra immersion that I'm looking for right now until we get Beyond ATC. Overkill has done some really great videos. In fact, he had an interview with the lead dev from Beyond ATC. So check out Overkill Simulations video, his channel here on YouTube. Check out beyondatc.com. They have a Discord channel. On there, you can, meet the people. There's other controllers on there, other pilots, other people who are super excited. I suggest before you start asking when does it release, how much does it cost, and all those questions, at least read the FAQ. A lot of questions are answered there, and we're going to need to increase our rate of descent here to meet our restrictions. So let's do it. Here we go. So we put the speed brakes out. We're going to nose the plane over, and it keeps on going in and out black. I don't know why that is, but here we go. Look at this gorgeous view, guys. Wow, check this out. So again, muscle memory allows me to control everything, even though, as you can see, if you see me in the camera right here, I'm wearing a VR headset. There it is. We got Jacksonville in sight. We're going to turn... let's do this. Let's turn left. Just kind of square off the base final. We got looks like a power plant right over here. Some factories right beneath us. Oh, this is it right here. Just living the dream. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull back our speed. It's 230. We're leveling off here at 5,000 feet. That's perfect. We're about 18 miles away from the field. That's going to allow us to head north, slow down, and turn onto the final here in just a few moments. Let's set the course. 077. Alright, Southwest 211 will also descend and maintain to 3,000. Southwest 211, descend and maintain 2,000. And perfect, here we go. So I'm manipulating the whole panel with 2 dials. Right now I'm pulling back the speed to 210. Throwing it back to the right, I'm increasing the vertical speed to 2,000 feet per minute. And then here we go. Let's do it. We're going to turn right now, a hard right turn. We're going to come over here, hit the low button. We might shoot through. I'm going to go ahead and pull the speed brakes back just to help us slow down as we likely go through the loc and then come back in. 2,000 feet per minute. It's kind of quick here. So I'm still learning. Yeah, definitely went through the loc. I'm still learning, you know, timing and speeds and kind of how to set up the aircraft correctly. Again, I am not a real pilot, but I love setting this all up. This is just so much fun. I shall leave these off for now. Alright, there we go. We are set up. We're doing flaps 1 here. About to be established here on the localizer in just one moment. Alright, speed brakes on, brakes are set. 210 knots. There you go, we'll slow it back. Alright, and alright, here we go. Gear down. Alright, beautiful. We got this epic orange sunset here. We continue reducing our speed. And we'll throw it all the way back. Alright, so we got 10 knot headwind. We are looking good. Flaps 30, parking brakes. I always like to let the autopilot fly it in for a little bit before I take over. I like to make sure everything's working well. Alright, here we go. Looks like we're set up pretty good. We are properly configured. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. Alright, autopilot disconnected. Alright, here we go. I'll fly it in from here. Let's see how we do. You know what I do have to add? I have to add the HUD. Oh yeah, definitely get him blown off course a bit. I'm always impressed at how good of a job the autopilot does keeping the aircraft on the glide path, on the localizer. Wow, and I think I'm losing my voice. Yeah, we're looking good here, guys. We're short final to Jacksonville International, flying the amazing Southwest Classic Livery 73. Kind of tough to see with this lighting. That was my mistake. I do not see them. 700 feet, 1 o'clock. Maybe it's a helicopter. And we are clear to land. I hate when pilots do that. If there's any pilots listening, why do you do that? They're like, short final, hey, we clear to land? So I always think, I'm like, something on the runway? We're looking good, guys. Winds have been pretty decent. It was 114 at 8. So nothing crazy.
100. Sync rate. Sync rate. 100. 10.
All right. The auto brake set, reverse thrusters going. Listen to that. 70 knots. Amazing. We made it. That was a lot of fun. Now Tower's like, get off the runway. How cool was that? I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely botched a few landings here on some live streams, and it's embarrassing. You know, I like to. Nobody likes to have a bad landing, but even if there's 2 or 3 people watching me. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we got a taxi route to follow. So we're going to follow this to the ramp as we kind of close this chat up. We got somebody on final behind us. Got American 1830 inbound from Charlotte. Wow, these clouds are menacing. But thank you guys for watching. Again, check out Beyond ATC. It is looking to be a really cool product, and I am super excited for it. It's going to be a great solution. It's going to be an AI-based ATC program for Microsoft Flight Sim. Currently in development. I believe it's set to be released. The official word is when it's complete, right? But maybe if everything's done, maybe at the end of this year. But if not, when it's released. But their goal was to do it this year. It was just announced at FS Expo 2023. Some of the features, it's going to have ICAO and FA phraseology. By the way, I am not associated with them. I'm just an air traffic controller in real life who's super amped about this product. I think it's going to be a really cool solution for us in Flight Sim. And I kind of want to watch this guy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Nate. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I heard something and I had to hop on and let you in on a secret of
Yeah.
Pilot 101. The reason why we ask if we're cleared to land
Yeah.
is all the stuff that we have going on, checklists, getting the aircraft set up, all the communication between the flight crew. Honest to God, half the time we hear clear to land, we say it back to you because it's it's a
out of habit.
It's a rote response, and it goes in one ear, goes out the other, and it's like, fuck, was I cleared to land? And you would rather double check,
Of course.
than land on a runway you're not cleared to land.
So what's funny on the ATC side, what happens is like I clear to land, I turn around, and scan into the runway. I'm talking to somebody else, doing something else, and then all of a sudden a plane short final. Hey, are we clear to land? And I'm like. And the first thing is I look at the runway and I'm like, what in the world? And I'm scanning the runway. I'm like, did I miss something? And I'm like, affirmative, clear to land. And
Yeah,
then everyone
99%.
everyone in the tower is like, man, I hate when they do that.
Yeah, well, you can tell all your your colleagues in the tower. The reason why is because pilots are so saturated on final that we get cleared and we hear it and we respond, but we usually have so much going on that we're saturated and it goes in one ear, out the mouth, and out the other ear. It's crazy.
Absolutely. So, is it technique or like a best operating practice to kind of like either like landing lights on, or is that something that some people do, or is that a thing, or?
Well, see, here's the thing. Most operators dictate when you put your landing lights on. So,
oh, there you go.
You don't really have an option. Like,
yeah, okay.
We would be all prepared for, we'd have our gear down and everything like 5 miles out. So everything's already set, and you're flying in, but you're still briefing the approach, especially if you're IFR. It's even more busy. But even VFR, in a crewed aircraft, there's a lot of going on, a lot of back and forth conversation happening in the helicopter. Plus, you've got all the other ATC you're listening to, and you're just trying to filter out your end number because you've got to pay attention to one thing and be involved in another complete scenario. So it's actually the reason why pilots do that is just because it's task saturation. And even though we hear clear to land, we respond. A lot of times it's just like a rote response, and all of a sudden things will get calm. As you're like 3 miles out, everything's done, and you're like, all right, let me just double check. We're clear to land. And a lot of, I've gotten like, especially on slow mornings at work, I've gotten takeoff clearances before I'm even like taxiing out of my parking spot.
Yeah.
Because the airport's not busy, and the tower doesn't want to, they're like, yeah, clear taxi, clear takeoff. And then it's like the worst thing you can get. And then like when I used to fly in and out of Lake Charles, that's a kind of a small podunk airport over on West Louisiana. And they would give us like they'd clear us to land like 10 miles out. And that's a long time. And you just like, you're not even like really setting up to land yet, and you're already cleared to land. And you're like, Jesus, I'm going to forget that before I get there.
Right. No, I can absolutely see that.
You got to write it down in your notebook that you're cleared to land.
That's true. And what happens is when it's super slow and super dead, we often don't want to have to like repeat ourselves or do to say like 3 times. So we're like, yeah, the wind's clear land, taxi to the ramp. You'll get one of those, and you're like, oh man, it was an all-in-one.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Those are almost more difficult to deal with because there's so much time between when you get it and when you're actually expecting it. That's another trigger. Like you get into a rhythm, especially if you're going in and out of the same airport of when you get stuff. And if it's out of the rhythm, it kind of throws the whole chain of events out of sequence. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But the whole controller / pilot relationship. It's a very coordinated dance, and you always expect things kind of to go as they do, normally.
And that's why I think it's so important to be able to have those times where we can visit each other's, environments and learn, because it helps controllers be better controllers when they understand what pilots do, and pilots have a better idea for controllers when they're able to see the environment and just, have those conversations, man. It's not possible to cover everyone, but like, and it sucks because I don't think all controllers are super excited and big nerds and want to spend time outside of the field, but like I do, I'm passionate about it. I really enjoy it.
I find more are like you than not, to be completely honest. Like when at work in Louisiana, a lot of the guys that were ATC, like they would get together and when we'd have like big get-togethers for people. Birthdays and stuff. A lot of the ATC guys would come. Like they were like part of the family, and they're just everybody knew. Basically, everybody is the first name. It's a busy airport. We do HOMA, which is KHUM. You can look up their traffic volume if you want to. They do more volume as a Class Delta than New Orleans does as a Bravo.
Really?
Like. Or is New Orleans a Bravo or a Charlie? I think it's a Charlie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to actually look on the chart. But they blow them away, dude. We're talking like 200-300 takeoffs and landings a day, just in helicopters, and most of it's IFR. Like 75% of it's IFR traffic, and it's it's not Tracon. It has radar, but it has radar from the Mode C Veil for New Orleans. So, yeah, it's and then we go like from Homa, we go to New Orleans approach for departure for like 5 minutes, and then we're straight into Houston offshore.
Yeah, and I'm sure that doesn't help. Also, like the quick transitions, you know, ATC will be like, all right, contact the next sector, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. It gets super busy, but yeah, it's fun though. But yeah, I was gonna say one of these days, maybe down the road this fall or something, when you get your done with all your classes and whatnot in Tampa, we'll coordinate. I got a buddy of mine that's working on his commercial, and we were talking today. We were flying, and I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, my friend Ricky he came from Miami and he's now in Tampa, and he goes, man, I'd love to go see that place. And I said, well,
oh yeah, absolutely.
And we can fly over, we can land at the airport, and we can get together and go take a tour of the place. That would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I could go pick you up and bring you right over to the tower. Let me know. We'll plan for that.
Yeah, dude. I figured I told him, I said, in a couple months he's doing all his classes right now, but I said once he gets gets everything under control, we'll have to go over there and check it out.
I think we can even plan. We'll take a look at it a little bit more here offline, but for a Friday. But let me just close out the chat, and we'll keep talking here, guys. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching the video. Again, check out the links for the Beyond ATC. If you have questions, let me know. Check out the Discord. I'm standing in my office, literally standing on the 7.3. This is the coolest thing ever. In fact, I kind of want to know what happens when I teleport through this door in my office here. Hold on. I'm trying not to knock something through. Oh, look at this. I can walk to the back of the plane. So if I was on a wireless headset, oh, it's losing connection.
That's so cool.
That is so crazy. But anyways, guys, we'll end it here. Have a good night. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Peace out.